I love shooting zombies. It's so easy. They're slow. They're dumb. You got a gun. Everything's good. Man, it took me 1.5 years to do this game, and we're finishing the second one already. I need you guys to subscribe and like and do the other shit so I don't have to get a real job. Third part of Nobody Gives a Crap about our game, Belarus Pegasus. In the first one, we talked about animations, then we talked about the desert map and everything we did about terraforming and level design, and right now we're gonna go through our actual gameplay. Now, the game starts in a little forest. The forest is our farm. In that farm, we wanted to start the first interaction with the enemies, so they're coming in order to kill or steal our Pegasus, right? We gotta defend those Pegasus. So in this map, we have an attack of the enemies from above because the Pegasus are flying. We got attack of the enemies on the ground because everybody's shooting. They got their own AI. They got the option to just run away for cover. They can cover their own soldiers. They can attack simultaneously, and everything we did, which we're gonna show in the fourth episode about AI. Now, in this case scenario, we wanted to show that our side has NPCs and the other side, which is our enemies, can interact interestingly between them. So when an enemy attacks us, our guys are hiding for cover, right? They want to defend themselves. They want to defend the premises, and they want to defend most of all on the most important thing, which are the Pegasus. We wanted the AI to show that the people care more about the product they're protecting, AI, the Pegasus, more than they care about themselves. So when we do something in the game, it actually manifests by, let's save the Pegasus first, and somebody can sacrifice himself and just put himself in a dangerous situation in order to save the Pegasus. That AI work will show in the fourth episode of this thing. I don't know what to call it even. So in that forest, we come to an interaction. We start shooting. We start doing everything and start blowing up the little farm we have in the forest in order to show all of the action like in the beginning of the game. We want to do a lot of shootings, a lot of bombings, a lot of everything so you guys can have some fun. After we finish our enemies in this stage, we have a little transportation. We have a little car that's waiting for us in the end of the forest, and with that car, we got to drive to the city. Now, we did it specifically to show different environments because the weather interacts differently. Terraforming is different. The options of the gameplay, the vision, the length, and everything else is different. We want to do something interesting, and in order for that to happen, we got to do something different. Now, after that little forest scenario, and after we come to a city, we're encountered with a whole different environment, right? So we have, in the first part, we have options like shoot back, hide for cover. We got to find our enemies. We got to think about how they defending themselves and how we can overtake them. Then we have a little relief when we're driving through the forest. We can talk to somebody, we can find or encounter other enemies or other friends, which are NPCs that can help us, and then we go to the city. Now, the city is built differently. The level itself is built differently. It has a lot of mazes, it has a lot of hidden pathways and a lot of hidden missions. For example, when you go to a city, you're supposed to see a lot of people, and we did that. But in every building, you're supposed to have an option for a different mission. For example, if you need a flashlight, you got to go there. If you need a different weapon, you got to go there. You will eventually have a boss. You will eventually encounter enemies in different scenarios. So if you go to a roof at the beginning of the city, you're going to find a hidden path. That's actually an Easter egg. And you're going to find a sniper's rifle. Then you can take a lot of your enemies beforehand, before you encounter them. Or if you go to the city themselves and you go to the sewer, surprise, we got zombie levels. I love shooting zombies. It's so easy. They're slow. They're dumb. You got a gun. Everything's good. Now, we're doing that. When doing that level, when doing those interactions, we had different options than we had in the forest or than we had in the desert, because an open environment gives us a certain scenario where we can hide and how we can shoot back. In a city, in a building, in a small scenario, we need to act differently. Our enemies need to act differently. We can hide for cover after each angle of each door, and every pathway that we choose has different opportunities. We also can hide small things like bullets and med aids or everything else in like different and hidden compartments. And obviously, when you go and search the city, you go on the roofs and you go in the sewers and you go everything that you can, and you find new stuff. It obviously gives you more content to play with and to have fun, and it gives us the opportunity to plant a lot more Easter eggs for small stuff that we want to show you that we actually thought about. We thought about a lot of things. Maybe we didn't implement them as well as we should have, or as well as we wanted to, but but we have a lot of thought behind every place and every scenario that you encounter. Now, going to the end, we actually have to face a boss level. We gotta shoot him, we gotta kill him, we gotta do something, we gotta take what's ours, because he's the guy who's responsible for the attack of our farm. Now, that enemy is a lot stronger, a lot smarter, and a lot more capable than the other NPCs, and we build them as such. So in order to create our boss, he could shove, he can shoot, he can stab, he can fight, he can do hand-to-hand, he can do a lot of other things, and he's specifically built for the environment which he is in. Now, he is in a secret location in the city. When you go to fight that boss, we actually made him stronger in that specific environment, because the same AI wouldn't work on the desert map, for example, or in the forest, as well as it did in the close environment where we put him in. So this is the level design of the forest, and this is the city, and this is the levels that we're actually doing as the main part of the game. The desert is like an add-on. On the next episode, I want to talk to you about the AI, how our NPCs are acting, how the guys on our side are acting, and how our enemies are acting. And well, I hope you stick around, because man, it took me a year and a half to do this game, and we're finishing the second one already. I need you guys to subscribe and like and do the other shit so I don't have to get a real job. See you on the next one.